Well, what do you know? We're live on the Vegan Zombie channel, Wednesday night live, testing the audio. Hopefully everything's working. I hate that I have to do this on every video, but better safe than sorry. So we'll wait for a couple minutes for people to log on and come to the chat. And in the meantime, we'll play some music. Are we on? Are we live? Waiting for the first person to come on. There we go. Hi, Sherry. All right, so it's working. Go over to the live. Okay, there it is. Now I can see your comments. We'll put it on live chat so I can see all of the comments. How's everybody doing tonight? We're going to do, I got a couple of packages here to unbox, and that'll be the Wednesday live stream on the main channel tonight. Can everybody hear me okay? Everything's good? Everybody good where you guys are? It gets dark so early these days. This time of year. It's always been this way. Okay. Let's see. What are we going to do first here? Actually, the first thing I want to show, so we're going to have a giveaway that I'm going to talk about, and then I'm just going to open a couple different things. I do have what are we in, November, the November snack box that I want to open, and I also got these, and I want to go through these first. What's in the bag, not what's in the box, what's in the bag. Okay, so I'm excited about these because some of you guys may already have some of these, but I have some brand new Vegan Zombie t-shirts printed. There we go. Printed t-shirts. And they came out really nice. So they came out so nice, and I'm actually wearing one right now, and it's hot in here, so I want to take this hoodie off and wear my brand new Vegan Zombie t-shirt. So some of you guys that already purchased these probably already rocking them before I was. So yeah, my hair's in the way. Just washed my hair, it's drying right now. Vegan Zombie t-shirt. What do you guys think? Nice and comfortable. Anyways, I have it in this one, in this style. And unfortunately, we had to do a pre-order for them, but so you can't like purchase them right now. But I got a few of them here, and I did a few different styles to see if anybody would like them, which isn't really on. They weren't really for sale, but these were like, well, I think this one was on there, the blue 3/4 sleeve. Yeah. And then this one wasn't on there, but I liked this one. It's like a tri-blend, 3/4 sleeve. Unfortunately, it's too small for me. And then I got my hoodie. These are nice shirt-like material hoodies that I wear. So that would be. Sorry if I hit that microphone there. Trini, you got the black and gray one. That was the first one I showed. So that's it right there. Those ones, and of course the one that I'm wearing right now. This is the one you're talking about right here. I almost put this one on just now, but I like this one. I mean, I like them all, but right now I'm wearing this one. So those are the Vegan Zombie t-shirts, and I don't know, I like the new design. I hired somebody to do it for me. Other than that, I print my own shirts in my basement, but the ones I print are only one color, so the one color ones like the Vegan Zombie and the Go Vegan and the Zombie Crew and the Ouija board one, I do all those here at my house. These ones are from a third party, Custom Logo USA, which is just a local screen printer, and I learned about them at the Syracuse Veg Fest last year. One of the employees there who's vegan and watches my channel met me and told me all about them, and I was like, you know what? I might actually look into that because I want some more t-shirts. And I've got more ideas for more shirts. So we got the ET one, this one, and I have some more. Maybe we'll keep it a secret. But anyway, yeah. How's everyone doing? Made this one earlier tonight too because normally I do really late live streams. Cynthia, congrats on 1 year vegan. I always like to hear people's vegan anniversaries and how long people have been vegan. It means that we've got more vegans in this world, and they're staying vegan. Okay, so moving on. Now that I got this hoodie off, that is the reason why I picked this one first. It was hot. It's hot in here, even though it's been snowing out. It's hot in here. Oh, and also I just wanted to show my most recent video that I uploaded on Monday was what's new and vegan at Trader Joe's. I was hoping to find some, a bunch of fall themed vegan things. And it's not what I found, but go check it out anyway. I got a couple of the things that people were asking about. These are the organic dark covered chocolate cocoa beans. And I did try one. Somebody wanted to know what they look like. I'll show you what they look like. They look like this. Come on, focus. There we go. Oh, I got to cut my nails again. Anyway, I tried one. They're really good. I don't really want to try one right now because I just brushed my teeth. But anyway. And then some of these. And there's a few other things that I have on there. So go check out that video when we're done if you guys want. Anyway, these are the minis. They normally have the bigger ones. And I don't know. I didn't really like the Sun Butter Cup ones. But these ones were really good. At least the other ones. So I don't know if these ones taste the same as the other ones. I would assume they do. Just a littler, smaller. Trini, I think the one that you got is the one that I held up. Okay, so that's the recent video. I do have a package. I've got a package right here. It's a priority mail, and I saved it. I didn't open it. So now it's priority. I'm going to open it. It's a shirt. It's a t-shirt. I'll tell you that much. It is, okay. Look at that. We have Piedmont Farm Animal Refuge with a nice majestic looking goat right there. And this, it's an American Apparel. It's a nice comfortable shirt, and it's for a farm animal refuge, farm sanctuary. So yeah, if you guys like that shirt, go over to Piedmont Farm Animal Refuge, and if you're Piedmont Farm Animal Refuge, thank you for the shirt. Okay now we're gonna do the Vegan Cuts box, and then we're going to get into the giveaway. I'm going to tell you about the giveaway where you can... So my Vegan Cuts box, because I've moved a couple times, they go to my parents' house. And then, it gives me a reason to go over and say hi to mom and dad. And my dad's got really nice handwriting, but he wrote on this for me. Put a little note on it for me. My dad goes to the VA, the doctor, the hospital. He's got, he goes there often. He's got skin cancer. He's had it for a long time, and the dermatology. And he wanted to tell me this story. He was, he's really proud of me. He was in there talking to one of the doctors or something, and he said, I forgot how it came up. Somebody was talking about long hair, and he's like, oh, do you know, he's like, my son, he's got really long hair. Maybe you've heard of him, the vegan zombie. And like, one of the nurses like not next to him, but like 3 people down was like, oh my God, I watched the YouTube channel. So he wanted me to say hi. So if you're Jackie and that was you, hi Jackie. Okay, now we're gonna open this. Oh my God. Oh my God, where's my knife? I don't know, but I got this. Okay. Vegan cuts. Okay, again, Vegan Cuts, if you're wondering and you're new to the channel, you've never heard of Vegan Cuts, it's a snack box. It's, you know, once a month they send you a bunch of samples of different vegan... I got 2 of the same thing. Oh, they're 2 different things. Okay, so they give you different vegan snacks. So basically, I've learned many new vegan products because of Vegan Cuts. And the pros and cons of that, I got Zeke over here. The pros and cons of that are like, if you like something, now you got your new vegan product that you never knew about. But also, if you don't like something, you're not wasting your money on the full thing. So anyway, I'll leave the link down below. And they always donate to a different animal sanctuary or refuge. This box supports... Well, I'll just let you read it right there. Let's get a focus. Come on, focus. Focus. Wild Spirit Wolf Sanctuary in New Mexico. Look at that. There's another majestic creature right there. The majestic wolf. Looks like Zeke a little bit. Zeke's right over here. And on the back it tells you everything that's in it, but we're not going to tell you because we're gonna go through them. Okay, you want to go through them? Wow, I'm thirsty. Okay. Now, these are new to me, but the company's not new because I remember getting these in a Vegan Cuts box a few years back. But this is the Matzo Project, surprisingly delicious matzo chips, a little spicy. This is harissa flavor, and that's the first one we're gonna go into. Vegan. Look at that. You can see it right through her glasses. Interesting packaging. I like it. And then, oh yeah, I'm wearing the vegan zombie beanie too. It's, you know, it's about that time of the year. Put on your beanies. It also holds my hair back. Everything. The everything one. Like an everything bagel, but an everything matzo. Matzo. Not so matzo. This, you know, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of seaweed. But seaweed snacks. Tempura, original flavor, Nora, seaweed. I know somebody who does like these, though. A couple puppies like these. Okay. I've seen these before. Gluten-free granola. Cranberry, almond, maple. Cranberry, almond, maple. I have had this before. This is good. Pho broth. There we go. Ocean's Halo is the name of the game. And it's vegan. All the ingredients and whatnot on the back. You just pop it open, throw it in your noodles, some veggies. It's 90 in Phoenix right now. It was really warm here last week. In fact, I was out skateboarding, and now it's really cold here. It's really cold here. And I might potentially, depending on if it's too late or not, be going up in the mountains with Craig, maybe tonight, unless it's too late. He said he was going to jump on the live stream, but he might have already had to leave. Yeah. Well, let me just, what is it right now? In New Paltz, it's 20 degrees. It's probably very similar here. Syracuse, it is 28 degrees. 28 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer. Let's see what we got here. We have Crazy Go Nuts Banana Walnuts. Banana walnuts. I just had some walnuts. I like to eat walnuts as a snack. Just like a nice handful of walnuts. You got your omegas. Satisfying. I like it. Or sometimes I'll throw it into my smoothie and blend it up. 45 in Maryland. Getting a little bit warmer down there as you go south. Mary's Gone Crackers. Original, organic, gluten-free, non-GMO, whole grain. And yeah, I'll definitely snack on these at some point when I'm craving a snack. Fuji Apple Crunch Dried Snacks. All natural. Apple. Dehydrated apple. If you don't have a dehydrator. Complete organic plant fusion. Vanilla chai. What do you think, Guy? Vanilla chai. It's a complete organic protein powder. Plant fusion is pretty good. Vegan. Vanilla chai. Haven't had it. Have not. And last but not least, what is this? It's a big package of sweet cheat chocolate milk. Where's the ingredients? It's cocoa powder, monk fruit, natural flavors. So, yeah, okay. So it's called Sweet Cheat Chocolate Milk. It's got a cow on the front of it. Diabetic safe, 100% natural, Tiny Toad Creations. And there's the ingredients, if you want to see the ingredients. What's it? Come on, give me a focus. There we go. Inland fiber? Well, it's just a powder. I guess you just mix it with, I'd probably mix it with some Oatly or something. Anyway, there you go. Got a few things in here that I definitely want to try out. A couple things I'll probably give away. And that's it for the Vegan Cuts box for November. And I do have a link below if you are interested. If not, no worries. Okay, and then the last thing that I wanted to show you guys was the giveaway that we're doing here. We teamed up with V-Dog. If you have a pup, and you want to give them some nice V-Dog breath bones or the peanut butter wiggles or the blueberry wiggles, there you go. I'm doing this over on my Instagram account, so you just go on over there and just do what it says. It's very, very simple. Unfortunately, it's only for residents within the contiguous United States of America, so the United States excluding Alaska and Hawaii, and that is most likely for shipping and handling. It gets pretty expensive. So V-Dog breath bones, and my dogs love these. Indy's loved them for a long time, and Ziggy is just. So this is what they look like. They smell really good too. A human could probably chew on one of these too. All nice ingredients there. Cinnamon, broccoli, chia seeds, parsley, sweet potato. It smells really good. I probably wouldn't sit there and chew on one, but my dogs would. Anyway, so there it is. V-Dog. Win some for your dog. You also get a bandana with it for your dog. Zeke and Indy love them. They go crazy for them. And that is the end of my opening of things for you guys. So if you want to do some Q&A, that's fine. If not, we can cut the video short and I'll get back to work. Well, this is kind of work, but I'll get back to other work. How about you guys? Wow, I'm thirsty. I am thirsty. Plant Riot says my little guy loves the dog bone breath bones. Yes. So normally when I feed these guys, Zeke inhales his food so much faster than Indy. But when it comes to these breath bones, Zeke can't, because Zeke likes to just swallow his food. He doesn't chew it. But he can't do that with us, so he actually sits down there, and it takes him a while to chew through this. But Indy is a little bit bigger, and his jaws are a little bit more powerful, I think, and he just annihilates these things. But Zeke actually chews on him for quite a bit. And then Indy finishes his, and then he looks over at Zeke, and he's like, go check it out. I have some pictures and video on my Instagram, and I will be posting more this week, too. What else is new? I don't have any name game guessing game prepared ahead of time today. So I know we normally do that on the other channel. I was thinking about that, Mel. I did Vlogmas last year, so maybe I will do it this year. Did you guys like my Vlogmas last year? I know not too many people saw it, but it was on the second channel. Maybe I'll do it on this channel. I think it was fun. It's going to be interesting doing Vlogmas this year in the midst of a pandemic. Today, I sanctioned in my house with my dogs. Tomorrow, I will think about getting closer to the window. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Slightly Crazy Vegan, what's up? Will I have any giveaways for beanies or shirts? I don't know, maybe I could do a shirt one, but the beanie ones, I don't have them here. They make them. I have to, like, pay for them to make them out there. So, yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's a couple new designs that I want to put on some of the actual baseball caps that I like, that I haven't got yet. I still need that. I still need a couple of those to be made. The Go Vegan one and the Zombie Crew one. In fact, I'm trying to do the Zombie Crew one a little bit different. So the way that it is now is kind of like, I don't know, you guys probably can't see that hat right there. It's like that. But what I want is like a nice, usually like that black hat you always see me wearing, or even the camo hat, and then I want like a black patch. And then in white letters, I wanted to say Zombie Crew or Vegan Zombie. And then that patch put on the hat. That's what I'm looking for. In Before Zombies. That could be the name of my Vlogmas, In Before Zombies, right? Well, anyway, so there is a giveaway right now, so go over to my Instagram, the Vegan Zombie, and check that out. Oh, and I also, I have a TikTok account too. I've actually had it since February, but if you guys want to go follow me over there, I don't post as much, but when I do, it's usually, not all the time, but usually the pups, Indy and Zeke. Your son loves zombie games? Like board games or like PS4? Oh, they got the 5 now. I'm actually looking at a zombie game right here. Boom. Yeah, zombie games are pretty cool. Zombie movies are pretty cool too. Actually, one of you guys messaged me and said there's a zombie, like, kind of like a documentary on PBS right now on their website for free. Has anybody seen that? I haven't seen it yet. Talking about getting what tattooed? Well, you guys can still get the beanies. The beanies are still for sale. It's the shirts like this that are like kind of like a pre-order kind of thing. But let me pull up the beanies for you guys, just in case. Let me mute this. ebook. Yes. Or you can go to my Zombie Crew apparel and buy any of that merchandise at any time. But if you guys want hats or beanies or aprons, they're right here, and you can just order them. That is my third-party screen printer. These aren't the ones that I do myself, but you know, a beanie like this, or where's my other one? I have another one. I think it's in the other room. I've got a few of them actually. I've got all of them. I wonder why. The Go Vegan hats, and I think that we're missing a couple things on here. I don't know why he took them off. So I don't control this page, so I got to talk to him. And there's supposed to be, you can still buy aprons, and you're supposed to be able to still buy like thicker hoodies with the ET one and then this new one. It's just not, it's not like the screen print. It's more of like an iron-on kind of thing. So I'll have to talk to him tomorrow. Any more cookbooks from me? I only have my one cookbook, and then the cookbooks that some of my friends sent me that I showed you guys in previous unboxing videos. The patch I was talking about. Oh wait, I'm missing some of these here. Yeah, I definitely want to do the patch thing. I'm not sure what that. The one I have on, this was the pre-order. So I ran this last month in October, and a few of you guys purchased it. I promoted it like almost every day in October since I started it for about 2 weeks. You're doing a cookbook soon. That's always fun. It's a lot of work, but it feels really good at the end when you get it all. You're done and you're like, wow, I've got a cookbook. Yeah, the ET hoodie. Yeah, I'll talk to him and see if he can put those things back up there. If not, then I'm just gonna go through a website. An online store, an online, like Teespring or something like that, or they can just make it, and then that means anybody can get it at any time. You don't have to wait for a pre-order, and you can buy it anywhere. Like right now, you can only buy these here in the United States due to shipping costs. Yeah, the hoodies aren't on the website right now. He took them down. I don't know why he took them down, but I'll check in with him. Do I ever put pineapple on pizza? You'd have to go watch my deep dish pizza video, or it's a Hawaiian pizza video, and then you'll get your answer. No, the pre-order is over with. The pre-order was in October. See, here's the problem. Like, I would love to be able to have these available for anybody at any time to purchase these, but this is 7 colors. So in order for them to print these, they have to set up 7 different screens on a big, huge. I did a video on it, and I showed you the ET ones. It's a big, huge screen printer with like a ton of different colors with like one station and different dryers. So it goes around. It's a mechanical one, and it prints the shirt for you. So in order for them to set all that up for one shirt is not worth it. So in order for me to get an order like that, I have to do a pre-order where everybody, like I put a deadline on it, and I say for the next 2 weeks, everybody, these shirts are available, and hopefully enough people buy it that will make it worth it for him to print it and want to continue to print my shirts for me. If not, I got to find another way to do these. So, yeah. And I know that not everybody sees my notifications. So when I promoted them last time, I know, a certain amount of people saw it, but there's probably a lot of people that never saw the promotion for those shirts. So, yes, Daniel, I'm gonna have to delete that from the page. But your order is good though. Have I ever tried Australian food? I don't know. I've never been to Australia. Not that I know. I'm sure I've had. There's a lot of like indigenous fruits there maybe that I've tried. I don't know. I guess the answer is I don't know. I've never had somebody say, here, this is Australian food. I don't know. Yeah, I've got a lot of problems there. Like I don't have the shirts and I don't have any more copies of my cookbook. And I haven't for over a year now. In fact, it might be even longer than that, maybe 2 years, which really sucks. See, I had a printer out in Germany and they printed all my cookbooks and I would have to buy them from them. So I would purchase a large amount of cookbooks and they would ship it over here. And then I would sell them personally that way. Otherwise, I would just have a cookbook and nobody would be able to get it, or people would be able to get it, but I wouldn't get anything. I've never been paid a royalty. I've never received a penny other than the cookbooks I purchased myself and sold those. So I need to find a new publisher here in the United States for that. It's an award-winning cookbook too. Like, I mean, that's like exciting, but I don't have any cookbook. I mean, I don't know if you can see the shelf right there. That's it. These are my stash of cookbooks to say that, hey, I have a cookbook. Like, I created a cookbook. It's cool. And all of these they're like 3 of them. Like, well, there's one in French and there's one in German. And then the rest are the English ones. And that's all I have. So if I really wanted to give one away specially, I have that. But I kind of want to keep those in case I never am able to print them again. You can always buy the ebook version of it. It's the same thing, only it's not a physical copy. And that's right on my website, The Vegan Zombie. Yeah, other than that, I need, and the other thing that sucked about it is when I got it, I actually received a letter two times. I received a letter from Barnes and Nobles. Does anybody even go there anymore? But anyway, at the time, this is years and years, this is 6-7 years ago, and they wanted my cookbook to put in their store. And I was really excited. I'm like, oh my God, they want my cookbook. But there was a problem. They wouldn't buy them off of me. They would only buy them off of a distributor or the publisher. And if you know, bookstores are not going to pay full price for the book because they're not going to be able to make money on it. So they buy it at a really discounted price to put it in a store. So hopefully you're selling a lot of cookbooks. You make a little bit of money on a lot of cookbooks, not a lot of bit of money on a few cookbooks. So I couldn't do that either because my publisher was in Germany. And in order to get a cookbook over here through customs and shipping, it costs more money. I would have been paying Barnes and Nobles to sell my cookbook. I would have not made anything. I would have actually been forking over extra money for them to have my cookbook. And I was like, I can't do that. So I couldn't do it. So I never got my book out there. And my book's the kind of book where I don't think a lot of people look for it. But when people see it in person, like when I have it at a veg fest or something, or like some kind of event that I was doing, they would pick it up, whether they were vegan or not, whether they intended to buy this, they'd either like laugh about it and say, I'm going to buy this for my grandson, or I'm going to buy this for like a friend, or I want this for myself. But more often than not, people would pick that cookbook up and they would purchase it. And every time I went to a veg fest, I would sell out of all the cookbooks. So it's unfortunate that I don't have it anymore. Peter, thank you for the super chat. Happy, healthy, vegan, new cookbook be out very soon. Awesome. Ryan and Ange, good friends. Hopefully I'll be able to say that again and have a second cookbook only here in stores and able to for people to get it. But that is something that I want to do a trilogy on my cookbook. So I've already got the second book already planned in my head. I just got to go forth with it. I used to go to Barnes and Nobles with friends. Like we would go there and I would just go over to like, I don't know, the Dungeon and Dragon section or something. but I haven't been there in a very long time. So many comments on my new logo shirt at work. One of my most commented on t-shirts. So this one? I do when I wear my shirts, people do usually say stuff about them. You know, the funniest comment I had, and this is a long time ago when I first created the Vegan Zombie. I made a Vegan Zombie shirt, and I went to like a local. I mean, we're thinking way back, way before the days of the pandemic, back when you could actually go out in crowds of people without a mask, and it was a food fest here in Syracuse. And I forget which one it was. It was probably, I don't know. I don't even know. It was one of the food fest, and I was down there. I was wearing my Vegan Zombie shirt, and this kid comes up to me. He's like, "That's a cool shirt, man." I'm like, "Oh, thanks," you know. And you know, if they keep talking about it and ask me, I'll be like, "Oh, I made it myself." They're like, "That's a band, isn't it?" I think it's a band. I'm like, "No, I don't think it's a band." I'm like, "It's actually I made it." He's like, "Oh man," because I thought it was a band. I thought I heard him. I'm like, "No, it's not a band." You know, and then I told him I made it myself. And he's like, "You mean you made that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I made it. I printed it. The Vegan Zombie. Go check it out. It's the YouTube show." Vegan Jerry, yeah, that's exactly right. Hanging out in bookstores was big before the internet. It really was. That's where me and my friends would go. We would go to the bookstore or visit each other at work, or you know, it was funny because like talking to somebody that is you know, like 25 or younger, somewhere around there, and showing them a pager and they don't know what it is. They don't know what a pager is. You guys remember pagers? The concept of a pager would be like literally, I mean, I had a pager when I was like 18, 19, 20. I had a pager, and literally somebody would page you, and they weren't able to leave you a message. They would leave you their phone number, so you'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go call Brian," you know, like, or one of your friends, like, "Oh, I just got paged. Hold on, can I use your phone real quick? Hey, did you page me? Yeah, what are you doing? Nothing. All right, well, okay, well, page me if you're finding anything to do later. All right, see ya." And then that would be it. And then you'd hang the phone up, not turn the phone off. And so that, you know, pagers, you know, if you know, you know. And my page, like, you could leave a message though. You could leave a voice message. So when they called you to page you, it would say something. And I remember mine was one of the opening scenes for Interview with the Vampire, and it said, "So what do you do? I'm a vampire." And then you'd leave your message, and I remember that was my pager. Your grandpa uses a pager, but he's really old and loses his teeth all the time. Yeah, it happens. It happens when you get old. When you were in your 20s only. Well, that was the reputation, but it wasn't just drug dealers and doctors, because I wasn't a drug dealer or a doctor when I had mine. But we all had pagers. All of my friends had pagers. A toy pager and a doctor kit? Does getting old scare me more than dying? Um, no. Well, honestly, getting old for me doesn't scare me, but getting old for my loved ones scares me, if that makes sense. Yeah, time is a real tricky thing, and it's something I think about a lot. Cause, yeah, I mean, in a blink of an eye, you know, 25 years goes by, you know. I remember being 18, 19, 20, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm like, what happened? Like another one of those, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be really old. But I'm gonna try my best to live a very long time. Thoughts on Joe Rogan being the worst vegan enemy? I don't think he's the worst vegan enemy. In fact, Craig brought this thing up about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan will argue against vegans if you're a vegan. But if somebody is not a vegan and they're arguing against vegans, he'll actually stand up for vegans and say, "Well, no. I know quite a few people that are vegan and they're doing really good and they're healthy and like they're doing it right and blah blah blah." So it's kind of weird how he does that. It's almost like devil's advocate there. I definitely don't think he's the worst anti-vegan. We got some very very bad anti-vegans that are good enough at that. Yeah, I was just talking about pagers the other day, and well, of course, because I just brought it up. But um, I guess it's something you don't see anymore. But I guess doctors still use them. I mean, doctors still got to be paged, so doctors still will use pagers. Who's Joe Rogan? Who's Joe Rogan? Or who is Joe Rogan? Who's Joe Rogan? There you go, Mantis. That's what I was thinking. The ultimate anti-vegan. Yeah, Carissa, sometimes technology can be good and at the same time be bad. I agree. Sabrina, I've read some articles recently that says, some of that isn't too far away in the future for, ageless technology. It's like, you like this age, you want to stay this age? All right. But time is something that you just can't buy. No matter how rich you are, you can't buy time. Time goes by, time makes everything, time takes away everything. And at the same time, it changes and it's constant. Pagers dangerous around gas pumps. I've never heard that. Paging Dr. Kevorkian. Does anybody even know who Dr. Kevorkian is? How many of us do? Yeah. Anyway, well, the answer to your question is yeah. Like I think about time a lot. Time, I can, you know, for instance, I had a dream the other night of when I was a little kid and just something about my. Anyway, it was something that made me really, really sad. Like I was crying in my dream, and when I woke up, I was like really sad. And the only thing was, it was just how it was time changing things. Like I try not to live in the past. I live in the present, but that doesn't mean I don't remember the past. And it was something that will never be again, like something that is gone forever. And that kind of, I don't know. It doesn't scare me, but it can make me very sad and also very happy at the same time. But time wouldn't really matter if you were immortal, if you could live forever. It wouldn't really matter. Things would, like we choose what we do with our time, and our time is finite. So do we sit and do nothing, or do we do things? Are we always trying to strive to be better? Are we trying to create things? Are we trying to live our fullest life, or are we just kind of sit here and just like, whatever? Um, but it is something we can't get back. So, you know, I always tell people like live in the moment, do everything now, live your life, because, like, you might regret that in the future, because this is your time now. Just like they say in Goonies, it's your time now, here. Aren't vegans immoral? Hey. Big Daddy wants to know if we can please get another story from my dad. I've definitely, every time I go over there, I ask him if he wants to do a story, and he's never really in the mood to do a story. Lately, he's been to the doctor quite a few times lately, so he gets tired a lot. And hopefully, I was actually thinking about doing it earlier today, but I didn't make my way over there. So I definitely want to. I do have one that I have to edit for you guys that he did, but I'm trying to get a couple of them. So, But yeah, for those of you that haven't heard my dad's stories, go check them out. I have a whole little playlist. There's only a couple of them, but, we got some fun ones. Be like a dog, they never stress about time. I don't stress about time. I just know that time is something we don't have a lot of. So it doesn't scare me, but it does. I've already explained it. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say there. Can I interview? My dad doesn't want to do a live. I've already asked him. Do I enjoy spontaneous romantic getaways? Um, Spontaneous getaways, maybe, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard you slip. I try so hard not to curse on here. um, I don't know if I've ever slipped on this channel. I may have once. But on my other channels, I cuss all the time. On my Twitch stream, yeah, you'll hear me cussing. I try not to do it on this channel because I know, um, or at least when I started the channel, like, little kids would watch it, and I don't know if they watch these live streams. I don't know why they would watch these, but some of my other shows, I always try to keep them fun. That's not to say that some of my guests haven't cursed, but I try to keep it clean on this channel, at least. On my other channels, I don't really care because I do cuss a lot in normal everyday life. So it was something that at first I had to, like, really, well, at first it was John in front of the camera, so, like, I would easily just be like, all right, take two, all right, take three, all right, take 27. Um, but there was a lot of things that I liked to do when I was on. It wasn't really cursing. It was like saying, um, or like, I'm like, I don't want to keep saying that. I can hear myself saying that a lot. So I try to be cognizant of how I'm talking when I'm doing a video, because if not, I'm doing a lot of editing and I just hate it. But I guess it taught me how to do it, because when I have to rewatch myself talking on camera, then I know the things that I have to do better. I guess it's a learning process, because I was never big at being able to talk in front of people. Any kind of public speaking, I sucked at it and I hated it, and it made me very uneasy and uncomfortable. I am straight edge. Your daughter's baking at the moment. What's she baking? Yeah, that Trini's not kidding. If you want to hear me cuss a lot, join my Twitch channel. I've been twitching a lot, actually. This channel is nowhere as big as this, but it's growing like every day. And I play a lot of EverQuest on there. And yes, I play at crazy hours of the night. So if you guys are up right now and this is normal for you, you probably aren't going to be up when I'm normally twitching because it's pretty late. Sometimes I try my best to do it a little bit earlier in the day, but most of the time it's really late. But you can always catch old streams on the Twitch channel. I haven't really caught up with John too much. I hung out with him. We did a live stream. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week. It seems, see, time, there you go. Time going by so fast. It seems like it was just last week, but maybe it was 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I caught up with him. We hung out. We grabbed some burritos, and yeah, we had a good time. As good a time as you can have in a pandemic. And then I hung out with our other mutual friend, Tim, and we went skateboarding, and then we went to Strong Hearts. And that, I think, was probably the last or the second to last nice day here in Syracuse, as far as warm weather goes. Now it's starting to... my Twitch username is the Vegan Zombie without an E at the end. There's just an I, no E, because somebody took my name. Imposter. So yeah, Mel, so you know how late I'm usually on, because I'm usually still on all through the night when people are getting up, when regular jobs are starting, when people are getting up early in the morning and they come on my Twitch stream. I'm usually still on and I'm getting ready to end the stream. Wait, was what when I made the TikTok video? Was that when you made... Oh, the warm day. Yeah, I think that was the last warm day I went out. It was really windy that day, but yeah. I actually did it on my first take, too. I'm like, how many times is it going to get me to be able to do this? And just to clarify, because there were a few people that were asking me about this. So I did the Dreams Challenge, you know, with the Stevie Nicks song, Fleetwood Mac song. You know, it started on TikTok. I forgot the user's name, but he did it with Ocean Spray, and he blew up, and so many people did it after that. Anyway, it's called the Dreams Challenge, and a lot of people asked me to do it. So I'm like, all right. And one particular person asked me to do it instead of Ocean Spray, do it with Oatly. So I'm like, all right, yeah, that sounds good. I'll do it. You know, so I got on my skateboard, I went out there, and I did it. Now, I fully intended to lip sync the rest of the song, but I spent hours trying to figure out how to do the full thing. I could only do 15 seconds. It only allowed me 15 seconds, which meant it cut off right before she starts singing. So the part where I would start lip singing, and I wasn't able to do it. Anyway, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I've posted it on my Facebook page. I've posted it on my TikTok. The original is on my TikTok. And I also posted it on my Instagram. Go check it out. I'm doing the Dreams Challenge on my skateboard. I know I never looked into the George Romero film program. I know that Tom Savini has one. I do think I heard about something like that, but I don't know. That'd be fun, but a lot of people these days say don't spend your money on film school because you don't need it these days. You can find everything you need online, and the rest of what you can't find online is through just experience going out there and doing it yourself. But I do want to check that out because you all know George Romero is my favorite director. Carissa, I still need to go check out John's new place. Did I try snacks yet, Craig? I didn't. Well, I put one of these dog bones in my mouth. I didn't try the snacks. I opened them and I showed you what I had. But I got a whole bag of snacks that I didn't try. What's the verdict, Craig? Are you going to the mountains? A scary movie. It's Oliver. Do you remember me? Hey, Ollie, what's up? I remember you. Veg Fest, Buffalo. How you doing, buddy? Try the sea. I don't want to try the seaweed because I don't like the seaweed. I'll have my dogs try it. No, I'm not a huge seaweed fan. If sushi's done right, I don't mind it. I actually really like sushi, but I've also had sushi where like I started eating it and I'm like I start gagging, can't chew it, can't swallow it. Should people who aren't vegan be punished or put in some sort of summer camp to learn about veganism? No, I don't think so. I think that would lead to like a dictatorship, a very bad thing, and everybody has free will. Whether they choose good or bad, they have free will, and I think eventually people need to learn. I mean, we're taught these horrible things that are just normalized from birth. We need to unlearn those things and stop promoting these things. And I think, doing everything that we're doing already is leading by example and, showing, positive things, showing the negative things, and just inspiring people to, to hopefully choose the right direction there. But I think forcing something upon somebody is not going to work. You're going to do it down the street tonight? All right, that sounds good because it is pretty cold out tonight too, Craig. It's like below freezing here. But let me know how it goes because I'm not really even sure what you're talking about as far as the star tracking setup. Zombie survival game, 7 days to die. No, but the ring is like that, right? They call you up in the ring and they're like, you have 7 days. It's like, or no, wait, it's not the ring. Yeah, it is the ring. You watch the tape and then you get a phone call. Don't answer it. You have 7 days. And you're like, what? Oh, Carissa, for stuff like a mashed potatoes or something, I'll use something really thick, like I would use Oatly. I would use Oatly, like even like the full fat Oatly. You could use cashew milk or soy milk. Those are some thicker milks, thicker vegan milks, and I would use that for like a nice mashed potato. Although I've used all kinds of crazy different things in the past. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think punishment would help them learn. I think punishment would lead to an overthrow and looked upon and then potentially outlawed to. I think it would hurt our cause, to be honest. Even though I know exactly where you're coming from and I don't disagree, but I don't think that the reality would work the way we would intend it to work. Yeah, Craig, I was trying to figure out what I would wear if I went up to the mountains with you tonight. I'm like, well, that coat's not warm enough. Well, how many layers do I need? I don't have any gloves right now. Have a good night, Plant Riot. You just made the mashed potatoes with the Oatly? Yeah. Yeah, it comes out good like that. I think the future is vegan anyway. I mean, I don't know how much further in the future we have to go, but I think eventually people will look back and they will think it's crazy that at one point people farmed animals and ate them and ate secretions that came from them. I think at some point in the future that's what's gonna. I mean, it seems logical, and also not that this has any merit to it, but like if you think about any like science fiction, futuristic shows, like all the advanced aliens, like a lot of them are, um, they're they don't eat animals. I think Spock was a vegan from Star Trek, and that was a long time ago too. He was more evolved. Am I using a new camera for this? No, I'm not. Why? What's wrong? Um, my camera actually didn't work last night on my live stream, so I had to change settings and I had to buy a new cable because I think the cable's kind of just sitting there right now. At any moment, it could go out though. Like it took me forever just to get the camera going. Same camera though. Almond milk is probably one of the milks that I barely ever drink. It's just not a go-to milk for me. It's not that I hate it or anything. I usually go with the Oatly, and if they don't have Oatly, I'll go back to the rice stream. Um, when I was younger, when I was a newbie vegan, it was rice milk and soy milk for me. Uh, Cynthia, yes, there's so many times in my past that I used to eat a thing called Harvest. They don't have them anymore, but Harvest burgers. They were my favorite burgers, and I would usually make them usually the same way every time. And I have pictures of me making them. This is way back. This is when I was first a vegan. I was 18, 19, and I would make them right on the skillet, and I would put all like the veganaise, mustard and ketchup. I'd load it all up, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and I would make them on a toasted like a pan fried or pan like seared bagel. And I'd usually have like an everything bagel or a sesame seed one, and I would make my burger on a bagel, and I used to make breakfast sandwiches like that too. But the burgers I would have almost every single day. Uh, Again, like I was a hardcore skateboarder, so I was out skating all day, burning calories, and then I would eat anything I wanted, and I just, you know, when you're skating like that, you don't gain weight, so you stay pretty fit. Do I usually shoot at 60 frames per second? I have a couple settings in there, Craig, and I did change the settings. So honestly, I forget what it's at right now. But yeah, it might be. I don't know if I change it back to 24 or if it's at 60. Does it look does it look better or worse? I'm not sure. I know the lighting is kind of messed up. I I don't know. I'm still playing with it, trying to get it to work optimally. Do I always keep Beyond Burgers? No, I actually hardly ever eat Beyond Burgers anymore. They have a lot of coconut oil in them, and I don't do the coconut oil unless I'm like it's somewhere where a barbecue where people are making the Beyond Burgers. I'm like, all right, give me one, I'll have one. She didn't like the rice stream. I'm very picky too. The only rice stream I really like is the vanilla rice stream. Good vegan ricotta. I made some in my lasagna video. Homemade ricotta. It's good. Try it out. Check out my lasagna video. Yeah, Plant Patrol. I believe the whole Vulcan race was vegan. They didn't believe in herding or eating animals. The case of the new camera. For real. But I'm surprised you guys, I did something because you guys could tell. I got some different lighting on too. There we go. We'll turn a little bit of the light off. Can I say hi to your cousin Nick? Hi, Nick. Oh, he's in the hospital. Well, speedy recovery, Nick. Am I on the no oil diet? If I made it like a processed food that has oil in it, then I'll do that. But I don't cook with oil. Especially coconut oil, which is one of the worst. At least for me, if I eat coconut oil and stuff like that, and really high saturated oils, then my LDL cholesterol goes up. So personally, for me, I stay away from it. And it's not hard to cook without oil. So it's not really a big deal to me. You're obsessed with the just egg and mushroom. See, I can't do the mushroom. Why does a pom-pom on your hat? Because this was a different hat. This was the first versions of hats that came out. And then there was a shortage of them, so I had to pick a new one. And the new one is the one that you purchased. It's on the site now. So the one on the site now is a little bit different than this one. But it's the closest we could find. Yes, I did know that Morningstar was going to be going vegan soon because I interviewed them at the expo a couple years ago. Actually, I think it was last year, in March of last year. So like almost 2 years ago. And yeah, I did a whole interview with them and they talk about they want to veganize all of their products again in 2021. Why do I say again? Because when I first went vegan, their Morningstar was all vegan. And then they decided, when the whole protein thing came out and everybody was like, I need my protein shakes, protein this, protein that. They're like, we need more protein. So they started putting egg whites in their products to make it more protein. And I'm like, why would you ruin a perfectly good product? And after that, I was like, I'm not going to touch Morningstar ever again because I was really mad that they did that a long time ago. But as time went on, they started making some more vegan things again. And then I got to actually talk to them. And then they said, we're moving out and we're phasing out all of our non-vegan stuff and we're going to make everything vegan by 2021. So let's hope that they stick with that and do that because that's pretty awesome. I really love their chicken patties. Their buffalo ones are probably my favorite. They're better than the Boca ones, I think. Beyond smells like dog food. I totally disagree. I think it smells like cat food. No, but I know what you're talking about. It doesn't taste like that, but when you're cooking it, it definitely leaves a smell in your house. So I would, if you're going to cook them, I would suggest doing it on a grill outside. Yeah, definitely ACB 912. Go check out my videos when I did my blood tests and stuff. My everything was high on mine. I was like very confused. Like I've been vegan for all this time, and my cholesterol was a little bit high. Well, It was a little bit higher than I wanted it to be. It was still within the what they say is the good range for the average person, but it was still pretty high for what I thought. So I took away a bunch of the oils and high saturated foods and stuff like that, and it all came down, and it came down pretty fast too, like within a couple weeks. So go check. And then I got a couple friends to get their cholesterol down by putting them on a diet with no oil. And anyway, go check that out. What do I think of John Venus? I almost did another video on this, but I've already done like 2 videos on it. Like, I don't know. The fact that John Venus is now vegan again or plant-based, there's 2 things that go through my head with that. First of all, I can't say that like I'm not happy about that, because I'm glad that he's not eating animals anymore. That's cool. But I mean, just don't. If you're gonna watch him for the entertainment, fine, but don't take any of his advice, because obviously he doesn't know what he's talking about. He said the same thing when he started eating meat again. He's like, I feel so much better. And then when he started eating plants again and stopped eating meat, he's like, I feel so much better. It's like, I think he's really confused. Either that or that meat money dried up. How did I transition? I'm the kind of person that, boom, cold turkey, I just do it overnight. I went vegetarian overnight. I went vegan overnight. I went no oil overnight. I mean, because when you think about it, it's your health. It's so important. It's probably the most important thing, because if you didn't have your health, you would have nothing and you wouldn't exist, or you wouldn't be very well off. You would be, you wouldn't, and think about that. Like, you're not going to be able to help other people out either, because you don't have your health. So it's very, very important. So yeah, I knew what I had to do, and I did it immediately. And I just decided no more oil. So I looked at different foods that had oils, and I said, okay, I'm not going to eat any of these. I wanted to figure out what was causing this for me. So if I did it overnight, because I wanted to get to the bottom of it. I wanted to do this. Like, I know it was going to suck. So I'm like, all right, no oil, nothing, no processed foods for a whole month. And then I'll get blood tested again to see if that worked. Because if it didn't work, what am I doing? So yeah, it did. Long story short, I started eating just very, very, very the healthiest of the healthiest foods, and no oils, no saturated foods. And believe me, it sucked. It sucked. But you just get creative in the foods you make. And I just looked at different things. Now, I kind of did it. I still did it good, but I kind of misread a couple things. So I was also doing no salt, which I later found, that was the biggest thing. I'm like, I was craving something salty, even a little bit. So then I realized, I'm like, all right, I'm not going to take salt out of my diet. I'm only going to just cut it down to 15 to 1800 milligrams per day. And usually what I would do for just to flavor something up a little bit, I would use like the lowest salt, the lowest sodium salsa that I could find, or just make my own. But the lowest one that I could find was Newman's, and it was pretty low. It was like 85 or something like that. And I would season a lot of my food with some salsa. You could use dulse, and it's still got your iodine in it, all that. But anyway, I took the oil out of there. I started making more whole foods in like my Instapot slow cooker. And yeah, it definitely worked. My triglycerides were good. My LDL was good. All of that was good. My overall cholesterol was super good. Am I making anyone hungry? Yeah, and if I'm eating too much sodium, then I'm like so thirsty, and I don't want to overdo it. I mean, there are times that I like crave and I give in. I cave and I give in because I'm craving. I cave because I crave. And but I have a pretty good willpower, so it's all balanced for me. Like I know, like, all right, this week I ate really good. I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna have a treat, and I don't necessarily think that it's gonna kill. Having processed food now and then is gonna kill me, because I mean, for the first 18 years of being vegan, that's all I ate was junk food, and I'm fine. I'm in good health, and you think processed food equals so bad, but there's some processed foods that aren't. I mean, technically, a food goes through a process to get to something that's just not a whole food, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for you. You got to look at the ingredients, because I mean, I could take a bunch of whole foods and chop them up and mix them up and make something that is considered like a processed food. But it's still good for you because I didn't put any chemicals, I didn't put any preservatives, I didn't put any oil, I didn't put anything in it. And there's a lot of foods out there that are pretty clean these days, and people just say, "Oh, it's a packaged food, it's not good for me." That's not necessarily true. You got to look at the food. I mean, if you're looking at something that has like all kinds of enzymes and preservatives and things you can't pronounce, then yeah, probably you want to stay away from that, or eat it sparingly. But yeah, and look at some of the processed food too, because it might be overly, like it might be, have some, decent ingredients in it, but the sodium might be like super high. So it's like, oh, okay. Because they got to make it not bland. If it's bland, nobody's going to like it. Oh, the giveaway, Daniel, was the V-Dog. It's for your pup. V-Dog, breath bones. And basically you can just go over to my Instagram account, the Vegan Zombie, and check that out. We're doing a giveaway. We're picking the winner on Monday, the 23rd. So if you got a pup and you live in the contiguous United States of America, go check it out. Even if you don't, go check out my pups anyway. Give it a like. A lot of my own well, yeah. I mean, nobody's gonna send me an apple or a banana. These are whole foods, So anything that I get in a box is probably gonna be a processed food, unless it's like nuts or seeds or grains or something like that. Which, not everything. Like those apple chips are just dehydrated apples, but most everything else is going to be processed, and that's what it is. It's a snack. It's it's being promoted as a processed food. It's a snack. Minimally processed, yes. To me, that's a vocabulary word for me. Spoilers, the winner is you. Vegan police. Okay. Yeah, so tofu is another thing that I consider. I've always considered tofu. I mean, I know it's not a whole food, but I've always considered it a whole food in my category of what I can eat for whole foods. So tofu is always in there. Tofu goes through a very minimal process of soybean curd, and it's coagulated with like a what is it, sodium carbonate or calcium carbonate, something like it's a salt that it's a very minimal. It's like 2 ingredients in it, and tofu would be a good form of soy. Tempeh and edamame would be a great source of soy. Tofurkey is processed, yes. Tofurkey is still one of my favorites since they first came out. Impossible Burger. Korean vegans crispy tofu. I love crispy tofu. I like granola too. Michelle's granola. Super good. I always like vanilla flavored stuff. Like vanilla granola, vanilla rice milk, vanilla protein powder. It just has a really great taste to it. Well, if you look, almost all tofu is non-GMO. Go look at it. All of the GMO soy they give to the animals. They give that to the animals. Almost all non-GMO soy goes to people. And it's something that's not even really marketed like that. Hello, Marina. It's pretty late over there, isn't it? You made it just in time. We're almost out of time here. Yes, we're definitely gone over what I intended to do here. Sweet says oh yeah, tofu is great. Tofu is so versatile. You can make anything with it. 3 a.m. in Russia. Chocolate frosting. Well, that was my cheat food. Was chocolate hazelnut butter by Justin's. I'm like when I was really craving, when I was eating super healthy, I would allow myself like a little spoonful of the hazelnut butter, and it was like, okay, I'm good. I was really strict with it, and um, I'm not like that anymore because it can really mess with your mind. And I more often than not, I found myself thinking like, wait a minute, this is vegan. Why can't I eat it? Why am I forcing myself not to eat certain things? Like, and I think that just sets you up for failure. It sends a lot of people up for failure when they do it like that. If they just go into veganism with that mentality, it's so easy. Like I would never not be vegan, but I would definitely not be a raw vegan for life, Like I dabble in it here and there. I eat a lot of raw foods, but I don't eat all raw vegan. I was a raw vegan for like 3 months, and it was pretty crazy. And not to say that people can't do it because there's a lot of people that do it just fine. Um, I think if there was more available here where I live too for cheaper, it would be a lot easier as well. The Naked Bear brand granola. You were finishing an anime and you got caught up, and now it's really late, and now it's time for you to go to bed. You still making the sourdough bread? Yep, Trini Michelle's is right there in Maryland. Oh, those brownie crisps. See, we're talking about all these healthy foods, and now we're talking about all these. The brownie crisps are really good from Trader Joe's. Yeah, I gotta do some more recipes with my dehydrator. I got a really nice dehydrator, and I barely ever use it, so I wanna start using that again. And I have a nice juicer too. Unfortunately, my blender broke, so I need a new blender. Yeah, Trini. I say that's what I say all the time is balance. Balance it out and you'll be okay. Your bread goes quickly. Bread's good. Can't lie. Have your Vitamix? Okay. Send it. Send Vitamix. Um, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this up now. We've been on for about an hour and a half, way longer than I even thought we would be on. Time to head out, finally off work. Awesome, Cynthia. Congrats on that 1 year vegan too. Paige and Vitamix. Well, I had a Blendtec. All right, guys. This was a fun one. Again, check out my Instagram post, the one I just did on Vegan Zombie, if you want to enter for the giveaway for your pups, V-Dog breath bones, or any of their other snacks. You get a bandana with that and all kinds of goodies. So go check that out. If you're interested in the vegan cutbacks, the link is below. Again, thank you to the Piedmont Farm Rescue Refuge. Send me the shirt. And I think that's it. I think that's it, guys. So I'm going to get going. You guys have a great night. Watch out for zombies, because that could just ruin your whole day or night, and you don't want that to happen, especially in the midst of a pandemic. You know, it just makes things worse. So we'll see you guys soon. That's it.